Okay, I'm just gonna keep this simple. I'm simply recording a guide for you guys on how to build a very simple sprinter. All you need is at least a power module, a blink, and a few sprinter legs, but that's about it. So let's get started. We start off by placing down our little leggy legs. Let's go about here. Most people will know that the only blocks that do fit between are the power booster, which sadly only has one connection point inside, but it can't have more, otherwise it would be more than 6. The ghost module, which fits between, and yes, it does have a front connection, which you could connect like a power module to, so you have a few connection points, which I actually did on another bot, but on a tank, it's not that handy to have ghost. It's just not useful. So, the third one, blink. And actually also the power booster, but in a different position, which is sadly not a direct connection. See, face it down. There we go. You might notice my voice sounds a bit different. I've got a potato mic. I can't really do much about it. Okay, so we got our simple layout. This is supposed to be about more than 25% of 1750. And it's 600, which is way more than enough. You need about 437.5, I believe. We're gonna use the helium here because, well, it's more CPU, which you want on a core, and it has more HP, but the wasp breaks about, what was it again? It does about 37 damage, and this only has 31, so it doesn't matter much. It's gonna break anyways. But it's just there because of the CPU and the floating ability. So we start off by just putting in just a few starter blocks, you know, just getting all those tiny spaces filled out, getting the maximum amount of crap in there, just getting them armored up, ready to go. Because if there's little nooks and crannies that you can fit HP into, you damn well do it. So then we start by just connecting that up to there, block, a block, and a block. Now this is armored. I could just leave that there, doesn't really matter. Okay, so the core by itself, let's connect it, of course. This is the core basically. This module and this module. That's about 600 CPU. You want that to move, and the best movement possible for that is hovers. Yeah, this is to the front. Don't worry, I'll come back to that later. It's gonna be pretty much covered entirely, so even if the front breaks off, it's not gonna get hit. Okay, as you can see, this doesn't really fit, but hold on, let me test this. Nope. The glass variant of the round edge has the same HP, but it has a different hitbox. So feel free to kind of abuse that a little bit. Let me put another black one. Of course, you can probably see that I'm not doing any colors at the moment. Okay, so that doesn't fit. I actually want this to be this one. I'll explain that later on. And of course here the same rule applies. They have the same hitbox, which actually makes for a pretty nice, well, it's kind of, it gives depth to it. It's different, but it has more HP. It has the same hitbox, but it's just glass, and it looks good in my opinion. Not sure what you want to do. So we're just disconnecting the back so no damage will overflow into it. We'll just do that real quick. So we already got kind of a base settled. So this is basically what we got at the moment. Sorry about that, there was a bit of lag. You'll probably not even notice it, but was visible for me. Okay, so we do, that's interesting. Didn't even know that fit there. Huh. We're gonna do another glass, because glass rules. Can I fit it like that? Yes, I can. Can I fit a normal one like that? No, I cannot. Can I fit anything else? Nope. How am I gonna do it? I'll just keep it like this. For now. Of course, we want a thruster on this, so it goes nice and fast. And yes, I've tested it, the core flies pretty well. As you can see right here, we have this little stump. Of course, you could say, Rocky, just put armor under it, it will be connected, blah 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 blah. No. Never follow what people say. Well, actually do, because it's pretty important, but never just straight up follow what they say. Like, we can instead, if I could reach it, put this block here, remove these for a second. There we go. Look at that, we got some armor. As you can see, this block goes straight up to it. Now, we would obviously don't want to connect this to this, and as you can see, it doesn't really want to fit. So what do we do again? Oh, would you look at that? I could fit it in multiple ways, being this, this, and this, but this one does not connect, which is what we want. Let's do it like this for now. As you can see, we have the armor here. We'll just leave that open. We'll just leave that like that. You can just cover it. It's not that important. We're gonna probably put a helium here. Yeah, it looks nice. And just throw a few rods in front. It's not really that important, but it'll have its use in the end. Just remove that, and then we're basically left with, well, the less shape of it. These things, they are near immortal. Yeah, 2 of these, and, well, your front is basically never gonna break. Well, it is of course gonna break, but it's a figure of speech. As you can see, this thing right here, it's facing down, which means it won't connect to this and this, which I also just noticed. That's gonna get an issue, so we're just gonna change that into one of these. So this doesn't connect, which is nice for us. So we can put a round one here, and just do that. Then we put a corner. Look at that, nice connected. And okay, let's see. There. Now you see this. This is the ugly part of the texture, that glowy bit, this thing. So we're just gonna hide it. There, all of it gone. Just like that, all of it gone. Then we grab a short rod, we place it on the bottom so this thing faces to the right, and we paint it a lovely dark green. It's nice looking. So we take this all around, and we basically connect it on the front. As you can see, our bot begins to get, well, already pretty filled in. You might be wondering, well, what is this for exactly? I'll show you. Stop being so needy. I mean... Okay, sorry. It's just my humor. We'll just do that, that, and that. And we'll grab the cone. That. Then we'll grab an arc strut. We'll have to rotate it a few times. Yes, it will say that error message, and if you're not sure it's placed, just remove it, turn mirror off, turn it again, and there you go. Now we grab the paint again, and it's gray again. While we're at it, why don't we just paint this already? We should turn mirror back on. Look at that. Also giving some depth to it. Make sure that's black. You might be wondering, well, what is this for? Well, I'll tell you. Just give me a moment to bring that up. You can probably already see what shape I'm kind of going for. There. Now we can put this and this, give it a nice little detail, nice little shape, a transition, basically. Just tower slowly up, and yes, I know, the video is probably getting boring at this point, but don't worry, You're gonna enjoy this spot. It is strong, it is very strong, and I'll tell you why, because you have see two of these, there's gonna be more on the front. And you see this? Well, I'm not protecting it yet. But wait. Now I am. And look at that. See how much armor that is. Near immortal on the front, near immortal on the top. That is just our basis. So we grab the round thing again, and remember, the inner, if I could show it, has just a tiny bit more HP than the edge round. So if you can like put it there, do it. But it's not really needed. It's not really needed. So okay, we grab the glass edge. I'll just put it like that. Have it a bit disconnected from that thing. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Oh, Drugman went offline. That's too bad. Okay, we'll get back to this part later on. And I'm probably gonna remove that for now. And once again, yes, this is a long video. But it's gonna be worth it in the end. Oh, it's gonna be worth it. And this is mostly me explaining how to build the bot. I'll explain the logic behind it now. Basically, you have the core. The core goes to the armor. And you have the legs. The legs go to the armor, but also to the core. So if the connection from the armor to the core breaks, you still have the legs to there. If the legs break, you still have this one. If they both break, it means the armor is all gone. And yes, I've tested it. It actually works like that. It's difficult to explain. Basically, it's just armor stacking. Okay, so what will happen when this gets loose is that it will just fly forward. You might want to save a blink for moments like these. And there we go. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't fit there. Oh, but wait. This one does. So yeah, use the glass wherever you can because it definitely has more HP. And you can see this is pretty flat. I'll explain that later on. This thing is pretty lightweight. It has the hover, so it will stabilize midair. So you can glide, you can fall, but you'll always land on your feet. I think. It's more physics dependent. You might say, well, this connection is pretty weak. Well, I'll get back to that. Stop being so needy. Look, see? All fixed. All fixed. There you go. Look at that, that's pretty nice, eh? Let's see. That connection goes away from that. I might redirect like that. That looks a bit nicer, to be honest. Maybe, but that also. Yeah, I'll remove it and place it back later. It's for you to decide. I'm not the one making your bot. I'm just showing why this works. There will be a layer above here and one above here, but I won't be finishing the entire bot. I'm basically finishing the core structure of it. This armor will go all the way there, and this armor will have, let me just show it here. We'll have one of these on top of it. Yes, it doesn't fit, but just wait. Just wait. Oh, see? It's green now. Look at that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of armor. 4 layers. And then, well, an extra, but that really doesn't want to get hit. And then there'll be some blocks over the rod and whatever. This here is all protecting this. Even the top layer, which of course the blocks are temporary. There's going to be a rod on top of it. This all is protecting what is in this spot. This is basically the finished version with more armor, more blocks all into it. Just the logic behind it. So there is a core, 2 layers here, about 2 to 4 layers here, all around this part with a few helium points being the struts going from there, there, and also on the other side. This is basically the armor of this thing. And yes, I still have 3 CPU left, but I'm still reducing it because it's 4 guns. I kinda want more than 4 guns. And as you can see right here, you have this nice texture. Look, no weird light show, just the logo coming right out of the bot. And a nice little face. Oh, so is your crazy face. Okay, let's get back to there. Now that you've seen what just causes this, I've got tiny spots between the blink and the power module and just little nooks and crannies filled up with armor. Just also like over here there's a lot of armor. I've got a few HP, well you could call it exploits, but to me it's just weird. It's HP advantages? I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. I basically made sure that there is enough of armor just protecting this thing. And yes, you could try ghost. You could try a ghost module with a direct connection to a power module, which I did. I did that. Hold on, maybe I still have the bot. Nah, I scrapped it. And that's also because it's pretty much useless. The blink allows constant teleport, constant getaways, constant whatever. Why would you want to go invisible? That's gonna deny heal, which is basically what you don't want. A blink still allows heal mid-blink. So now that you've seen the armor, you've seen this, you've seen the core, you've seen all the little nooks, crannies, and blah blah blah. There's a bit in the front, but that's mostly blocks. Mostly blocks. And there's a few of these struts going across. And I could just, for a moment, like, let me just, give me a second. I'll just do that for now. Yeah, the back, with the back, most people use camera controls, which makes sure that the back stays away from the fire. That's why I only got 1 strut and a few blocks here. But to me, I don't usually use camera controls, but I still keep my back away. But there's enough armor for me to like say, oh no, the front is all broken. I could just run away and keep going and keep running. but it's enough. It's more than enough. As you can see, it glides pretty well. You can even use manual strafe or normal strafe just to move around. You always land on your feet. And you might see here, it's not allowing me to leap. That's because elimination is an OC7, which eradicates the problem. We also have a few thrusters which, well, they already solved the issue a bit. But see, already we can blink, and wait, and a quarter gone. So by the time that you land, it's already half refilled, and you can get so much distance in that glide. But when going into enemies, make sure it's at that half point, because you want to get out if you want to get out. Also that face. So yeah, I could finish the bot, of course, if you want me to, which you can't really comment there, but just tell me, just PM me, just in Discord or whatever, just tell me. I'm on the stream on Saturday, so I could explain more on how to do this on your bots. I could even say, oh, here's a weak point, or you can improve that. Oh, here you could use a bigger block for the same CPU, but it have bit more weight but way more HP. The thing is, on sprinters, mechs, tanks, whatever, weight is not an issue. Shields, you might say, oh, why are you using struts? Shields, only use them on fast bots, because you want something to be able to be healed mid-battle. Not something that just charges and eliminates a few shots. So yeah, if you want me to do an actual build tutorial on the rest, because this is just mostly placeholders. This is basically the entire bot without the fancy armor, without the filling, without all those extra stuff. This is the bot itself. And I could say, okay, show me what happens when the core breaks off. And I'll tell you right now, because it's actually pretty easy to build the core. Oh, this is kind of loading in, which is annoying. Just all you gotta do is make your core on its own. We'll make a chassis around it. Just make sure. Oh, probably should have rotated that, but I guess I'll do it like that. And we need a block there. Okay, so as you can see, this fits there. That's pretty nice. I think it's the only one blink. Not sure, don't quote me on that. We have that, and then probably the block behind it will survive. Let's use a league batch at the bottom, because that also will survive. I'll just put a few blocks there. Maybe that will survive, maybe not. I don't know for sure. Oh, and of course, well, how could I forget? The thrusters. And let's see, do we have... Yes, we do. We do a speedometer and an altimeter, just for even. So let's try it out, shall we? This is basically the core at about 10% HP. Let's overclock it. That's pretty fast and pretty controllable. Midair, it might struggle a bit, but you can turn it, you can move it. You can even go all the way. Oh, I kind of fell over. I like things that just work like this, because slide around, basically do that. It makes sure that you can go down hills without kind of flipping over. I like when stuff faces down. Also thrusters. Thrusters kinda... well, they kinda mess with your balance, so having the back stay up will make sure that thrusters don't mess with it too much. Also that means they're facing diagonal, which is nice. It is nice. So yeah, that's basically the core of the bot. And once again, I could remake the entire bot. I could fill it all in. But why should I use fillers when I could explain the core mechanics behind the bot, which is exactly what I just did. You could clearly see the connections from module to module, leg explained, you could see the armor layers, and we got to see the core move, but also we got to see the end result. Now don't see this as a build tutorial. Why make a build tutorial when I could just put it on CRF? As you can see here, you can see the struts, you can see the armor, even more struts here. That's pretty good looking. Shall I take it into a battle? I'm not gonna edit the video. I'm not gonna fix that little frame rate issue we had earlier. Let's just take it into a battle. I'm not gonna promise myself to win. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna show off the damage versus the armor. And also maybe help you on how to play. I should also maybe get a better mic, but that's a story for another time. I should also maybe get into editing, which is also something I should maybe learn, but I'm too lazy for that. Oh, that was pretty fast. And there we go. We're all in. Let's see. I don't see anyone familiar by the looks of it. Someone might recognize me. Yeah, they might recognize me. Not sure. Or chat, is that what? Is that a... that's a gun and a leg. Okay. In battle, we're gonna do a double jump, do a blink, little spot, get you away from me. There, another missed the spot. All you need to do is just keep moving around. You know those Minecraft stair circles? I'm using manual strafe right now, and I can do it. Here. Just look at that. Dodging shit like a champ. Of course you want to edit your pattern from time to time. Ah, I see one of my side things broke. That's okay. I still got enough armor. Let me break the lock for a second. I could blink over there, but I kinda wanna save it. Okay, let me spot him. Oh, that's a llama guy. Oh look, my armor's still doing okay. Ouch, that kind of hurts. Never think you're immortal. It will hurt you in the end. Let me just keep on moving. So, no shotgun. It's good. Shotguns are kind of the counter to this. But we got speed, so we can get away from him. And he's gonna target me. Just keep moving. Is that the llama guy? No, that's a plasma. I think I'm gonna catch him, kill him. It's kind of an important target. Air, never just let it regen. There's probably a guy behind. Yep, there he is. There's the llama. Let me just keep going. There's a rail pointing at me. You're a bit tiny, aren't you? I see the llama. I get out. The rockets. Oh, they almost had. Ooh, that's a dangerous flak stack. I need to use my back armor. See? The hover is still fine. It's a tier 1 hover? Well, it's the smallest hover. But it's still there, and still fine. Oh, look at that, I already got a new blink. Can't really, use it efficiently. Oh, hello. What are you coming to do? You trying to kill my body? Oh no, you're not. Could get the blink to chase him, but there's a llama and kind of wanna. No, please. Don't hurt friends. Oh crap, my law. Oh no. Shotguns. Always get away from shotguns. I was kind of distracted. But yeah, you can't win everything. And here, we made a friend. So, I had fun. We had a laugh, we died to a shotgun, we saw how the armor worked, and we learned we're not immortal. Of course, with a medic everything goes better, but that's with every bot. It's not too much XP, but I'll take it. And a bronze crate. Ah, that's nice. Could use those tanks. And they sell for a bit. 18 days. Well, yeah. Oh crap, it's this camera issue again. One sec. There you go. Look at that smiley face. Look at it. That's the face of a murderer. Anyways. Just tell me if you need any help with your bot. If you want more lessons on why this works and how this works. Or if you want to see a match where this thing actually wins. Because I'm not gonna just show how I win, how I'm the best and everything. No, you show the truth. Because you can learn weaknesses from that. And I learned that you should never just stand still and type because a shotgun is dangerous. He kind of attacked me from the back, which kind of hit my blink. It normally doesn't happen, but nothing is immortal. It will sometimes break, there will be exceptions. But in this case, it's so small it doesn't really affect me too much. And I usually don't stand still in the middle of a battlefield. So, yeah. And you probably enjoyed skipping through the match or whatever. You probably watched it a bit and then got mad because I didn't finish the bot. Tell me. I want to know what you think of this. I want to know if you learned any from this. If you want to even just see how damage redirection, how armor, how to optimize, how anything can be done better in the game. Because I have the knowledge and I want you to have it too. This is Rocky, signing off.